Welcome to the Cabarrus County Schools Scribbles platform, where we now house enrollment, student transfer requests, forms, and program choice. You'll need an account for Scribbles in order to complete your beginning of year forms for all students. If this is your first time logging into Scribbles, you're going to start potentially with an alert, which you can close. Those appear at different periods in the year depending on what we're using in Scribbles. And you're going to start by hitting the Start Login button. This will take you to the main family login page, where if this is your first visit, you will need to create an enrollment choice account. You will continue by completing the parent guardian information form shown here. After you've created your account using all of the information listed here, I would go ahead and select the updates via text message, because then you'll consistently get updates about student information or required documents via text. You're going to hit Create Account. You'll get a congratulations, you've created your account notification as soon as you've completed that step. Then you're going to go back using the information you provided and log in again. So I've input the information that I just created in my new account into the lines, and now I will hit Login. You can see as I get started that now I have to enter student information, or do what we call associating students. So if I have multiple students, I will associate multiple students during this process. So I'm going to select the green Associate Student button to add my first student. I will input all of the information about my student here. It's really important as I complete this process that I make sure I correctly indicate whether or not the student is currently enrolled in Cabarrus County Schools. The forms and information that are revealed to you in this process are based on the information that you include here about your student. So accuracy is really important, including the date of birth, which should match the student's birth certificate, and their current grade level and next grade level. So if you see here, this was grade level for current year. This was 1920. So my student was a fifth grader, perhaps, in 1920 at maybe A.T. Allen. And they are currently enrolled in Cabarrus County Schools. It's also going to be really important that you incorporate a student ID number here, because again, if you don't include all student information, you won't have access to the right forms and applications for your school or your child. So I'll go down here. Now I know this says next school year grade level. So that would be this year that we're just beginning. My student is a sixth grader, and they are headed to C.C. Griffin Middle School. I also have the ability, if I'm not quite sure about my school, to look up my school using my address. So if I look up my address, it's going to tell me Mount Pleasant. That's because my student is a fictional student. So it changed my school to Mount Pleasant Middle, my correct assigned school based on where I placed my address. And I, of course, might be that student's mother, but you're going to pick the appropriate role for you and how you're related to that child. And then you can hit Save or associate another student. So I'm going to save my first student. If I wanted to associate another student, I could have selected Associate Another Student, or I can always go back in my dashboard and associate another student in the future. If you look at the dashboard, I can now see this is what we call our family dashboard. There's some links up here that are really important for me as a parent. So immunization requirements, health assessment forms, some additional school health forms, the location for online payment options, and the free and reduced lunch application are all listed here. In addition, I can see the student, Excellent Schools, who I associated with my account, listed here. If I need to go back and edit him in the future, I use this little pencil to edit his account information. Those are all the steps required to create an account and associate a student for Cabarrus County Schools Scribbles platform.